Hey guys, how are you all doing? Welcome to my channel. So, today we are gonna see, what if Anko was overprotective of Naruto and secretly loves him, part 1. So before we start, go check out the author of this fanfic, BlueLionFox, link is in the description, also subscribe if you enjoy the video. Let's start the story. Kisum asked, why do you go against our leader? A dark voice asked. I will have nothing to do with that bastard. He is the one who started the bloodline purge in Kiri. He is the reason I never had a childhood. I won't take that from another child, Kisum said. I will give you another chance to carry through our orders, the voice said. I told you Itachi I'm not doing anything for him, I'm through with what Akatsuki, Kisum said. Well, I will have to kill you, Itachi said. Kisum pulled out his samahata, don't think I will die so easily, he said. A 6-year-old blonde boy with blue eyes was running through the village, trying to escape a mob of angry civilians. He didn't know what he did wrong today, but every year on this day the same thing happens, he gets chased by the villagers, and today was no different. Flashback. It all started when he woke up this morning and realized it was his 6th birthday. He showered, got dressed like normal, and opened his door. When he stepped out he saw a girl with short blue hair peep around the corner and pull back. He was confused and stepped out kicking a package. He picked it up, happy birthday Naruto-kun, it said. He looked over at the girl who now wasn't looking and shrugged. He opened it, I hope you like it, your future home here Ed. Naruto just looked at the note confused, not knowing what exactly a home was. He took out the rest of the things in the box, he had a book on ninjas and how to train to be a great ninja. Naruto held the book and ran to the corner and saw that no one was there. Where did that girl go, he asked out loud. He looked around again, oh no I'm going to be late, he said, and ran out of his apartment to Ichiraku Ramen. Sorry old man, he said. Don't worry Naruto, but what's that in your hand, the third Hokage of Konoha Hiruzen Sarutobi asked. It's a book for my birthday, Naruto said happily. Really? Who gave it to you? The Hokage asked. Don't know, but there was this girl with midnight blue hair and purple eyes peeking around the corner at me when I walked out of my apartment, Naruto said. Is that so, the third asked. Yup, but I'm hungry, Naruto said. Well, let's eat, what the Hokage said. What can I get you, Naruto-kun asked. Can I have 5 bowls of beef ramen, Naruto asked. I'll have 2, the Hokage said. I'll let my father know, what said. Went into the back and came back, Naruto-kun I have something for you, she said. Really, what, Naruto asked. She pulled out a gift, happy birthday, the 11-year-old said. Naruto took the gift and tore the paper off it. His second gift of the day was a book on chakra control and a book on seals. Wow, thanks Naruto said. You're welcome, I wanted to get you something better, but that's all the money I had, said. This is good enough for me, now I just need to learn to read, Naruto said. I could teach you, said. Really, thanks, Naruto said. Naruto spent the rest of the day at the restaurant learning to read with Naruto-kun, it's late, you should go home, said. Oh, you're right, can you keep my books for me? I don't want anyone trying to steal them from me, Naruto asked. Of course, said. Naruto walked out the restaurant towards his apartment when he crossed a group of civilians celebrating the death of Kyuubi. Hey, ain't that the demon brat over there, one of them asked in a drunken state. Yay, let's get him, another say. They started to walk towards Naruto. Naruto ran as fast as he could with the men close behind him. He ran into the forest and saw 2 ninjas fighting. The civilians who were following him turned and ran away after seeing Itachi and Kisum fighting. Flashback ends. Naruto watched the 2 shinobi amazed at how they moved. Kisum swung samahata at Itachi. Itachi ducked under the cleaver and pulled out his own standard Anbu-style katana and stabbed Kisum in the stomach. He stood up and looked at Kisum. You should have followed through with your orders or had someone else with you when you decided to betray Akatsuki, someone weaker than I am, he said. How can you let him ruin kids' lives like this, Kisum asked while coughing up blood. I killed my clan, Itachi said, then ripped his katana out of Kisum and cut his head off. He put it away, I know you're there, come out and I might let you live, he said. Naruto gulped and slowly walked out. Sorry, I didn't mean to spy on you, some people were chasing me and I ran into the woods for safety, he stuttered nervously. Itachi looked at him, Naruto Uzumaki, why am I not surprised to see you here, he said sarcastically. I'll just go, Naruto said, backing up. No you won't, you're Kisum's next target, since he is dead I'll take you in, Itachi said. He then ran at Naruto with a kunai in hand. Naruto put his hands in front of his face on instinct. Before Itachi reached Naruto there was a bright flash. Itachi stopped and covered his eyes. When the flash was gone, Naruto was standing there with a dark blue katana with a seal induced in it and 20 dark blue kunai. The handle on the kunai was twice as long as a normal kunai and the blade part was much sharper. It also was 3-pronged and each of them had a seal on the handle that was induced fit them. Before Itachi could move again, Naruto passed out and Konoha was in the area. Itachi looked at Naruto, then at the weapons, then at the incoming. "We will meet again, Naruto, don't disappoint me." He then was gone. The Hokage dropped next to Naruto with the group of Kounins he came with, searching the area for Itachi. He said. Lord Hokage asked what we should do about Kisam's body. "Send it back to Kiri. I'm sure the Mizukage would like to know he is dead," the Hokage said. "Lord Hokage, what about Naruto, and where did these weapons come from?" "I'll take him to the hospital. I'm not sure about the weapons for now." "Take them to the Anbu headquarters," the Hokage said, and pick Naruto up. The Hokage arrived at the hospital and took Naruto to his hospital room. "Get me Anko," he said to one of the Anbus patrolling the hospital. A few minutes later, Anko walked in the room. "What's this about?" "I was sleeping." "You know I hate to be disturbed during my sleep," she asked. "I know, and I'm sorry, but I have a favor to ask," the third said. Anko asked. "You're aware of who Naruto Uzumaki is, right?" the third asked. "Well, I know he has Kyuubi sealed in him, and he is not liked very much, but that's all I know about him," Anko said. "Well, I'll tell you, his parents are dead, his favorite color is orange, his only friend is Am, the daughter of Tuchi, the owner of Ichiraku Ramen. He is hated because of the Kyuubi, his birthday is October 10, and he wants to be a shinobi," the Hokage said. "Why are you telling me this, and what's your favor?" Anko asked. "Well, I want to look after Naruto," the third said. "Look after him?" Anko asked. "I know it's a lot to ask someone who is only 14, but in a way he is a lot like you. It's not like you have to change your ways for him, just make sure he has food and is safe," the third said. "But why me? I'm not exactly liked by the villagers either, and most of the ninjas here respect me for my skills, and other than missions stay away from me. Only Kurenai, Yugao, and a few others will even talk to me," Anko asked. "I know, I thought about asking those too, but I think you would be the best person because you know what he is going through. You can teach him how to ignore what other people say about him, and he needs a role model. Well, your methods are not the best, you're a damn good Kunoichi and person. You can be the person he needs to keep him from becoming like Itachi or Orochimaru," the third said. "This is a lot you're asking me to do. I don't know how to take care of a child," Anko said. "I know, just think about it," the third asked. "I'll think about it," Anko said. "Thank you," the Hokage said, then left. Anko walked out the room and went home. "There is the demon brat, let's kill him," someone yelled. "What's going on?" Anko asked. "We are about to get rid of the demon brat once and for all. The Yondaime, her hero and savior, weakened him so we can finish the job. He is a true hero and god," someone said. "What are you talking about?" Anko tried to push her way through the people. "Let me through," she yelled. The people got out of her way and she looked at the person in horror. "What are you doing? This is only a kid, he hasn't even had his 7th birthday yet," Anko said in anger. "We are finishing what Yondaime couldn't." Anko and the others watched helplessly as the village of Konoha burned. "Great, wow, I couldn't have done a better job if I tried to laugh. Thank you, Lord Orochimaru. I hope I have proven that I'm loyal to you, and only you," an emotionless voice said. "Yes, you two are going to be the perfect ninjas to lead my army in world domination," Orochimaru said. "Aoji, let's go, it's been a while since we had sex," a female voice said. "You're right home, let's go," the male's voice said. "Don't do anything that will put a time shift in my plans or I'll kill you both," Orochimaru said. "Yes, Lord Orochimaru," they both said and vanished in a blonde midnight blue streak. Anko woke up sweating while looking around. "That was only a dream, it felt so real," she said. She looked over at her clock, it read 2 a.m. She swung her legs off her bed and slowly got dressed. She walked out of her home and jumped on the roof. She just laid there letting the cool air calm her nerves. "I'm too young to get this worked up over a dream, besides he was fine all these years, he didn't need me, right?" she asked no one. Anko closed her eyes. "Oh, who am I kidding, if it wasn't for Kurenai and Yugao I would have ended up like Itachi," she said after a while. Naruto woke up in the hospital. "So you're finally woken, Naruto, how was your sleep?" he heard. Old man asked. "Why am I in the hospital?" Naruto asked. "You passed out in the forest. I wanted to make sure you were okay," the third said. "Oh yay, I got jazzed by those villagers and ran into the forest," Naruto said. "Don't worry, they have been punished and you're okay, that's all that matters," the third said. "Hey old man, who were those 2 shinobi I saw in the forest they were fighting?" Naruto asked. "Well, one of them is Itachi and the other is Kisame. He is from Kiri, but Itachi killed him," the third said. "Itachi killed all those Uchihas, right?" Naruto asked. "Yes," the third answered. "Why were they here?" Naruto asked. "I don't know," what the third person said. Before Naruto could ask something else, the door opened. "Morning, is it fine if I talk to Naruto?" the person asked. "Of course it is, Anko, I'll see you later, Naruto," the third said and walked out. Anko sat down where the Hokage was. "How are you feeling?" she asked. Naruto shrugged. "You know I'm not going to hurt you," Anko said. "How can I be sure? Everyone tries to hurt me," Naruto said. Not everyone, I'm sure you have at least one friend, Anko said. Naruto just looked at her, and Anko sighed. You're lucky, when I was growing up I didn't have a friend until I was 10, she told him. Naruto's natural curiosity got the best of him. Why did you do something also to make the villagers hate you, he asked. Well no, but my family wasn't well liked, all of them ended up dying on a mission, then when I became a genin, my sensei made my life even worse, Anko said. What did he do? Naruto said. I'm sure you're aware of who Orochimaru is, right, Anko asked. Yes, the old man said he was a bad man who experiments on people, Naruto said. Well he does, he was my sensei, and when he was skipped over for the Yondaime position for Minato, he left the village taking me with him. I eventually figured out he was not a good person and tried to leave and come back to the village. He gave me this seal, she showed him the seal. But that I have to constantly use part of my chakra to keep it closed up or it will give him control over my mind, Anko told him. Naruto looked at her, so you know what it's like, he asked. More than you do, I have been through things because of this village that I wouldn't wish on my enemies, Anko said. So why did you stay here? Naruto asked. Because one day I was minding my own business eating some dango when a group of came up and started to bother me. Now I can take on a group of, but I knew if I touched them then the council would say something like I'm being controlled by Orochimaru, so I tried to ignore them. They started to get more bold, one even tried to rip my clothes off. I had enough by then and just. As I was about to strike back at them, two kunoichis came and stopped them. Their names was Kurenai and Yugao. Because of those two I was able to fight those Chuninins back without getting executed or something. It's also because of those two that I haven't ran away from the village, Anko said. But you let people treat you badly just for two people? Naruto asked. No, not two people, those are the only two people that I would consider my precious people, my family, and no matter what happens to me I will never betray them. I would fight Kyuubi by myself before I betray them. Naruto, you need to understand that I have a lot of reasons to turn my back on this village, but it's the little precious people that I have that kept me in the village, Anko said. Oh, I think I understand what Naruto said. Don't worry, you will understand as you get older and make more precious people, but I want you to be one of my precious people, someone who I will always protect. If you want you can come live with me. She gave him a piece of paper. That's my address, I'll be at home all day if you take me up on this and allow me to be a big sister to you, she said and left. Naruto looked at the paper and the door shocked. Naruto walked into the Chiraku ramen and sat down. Naruto-kun, what's wrong? Am asked. Naruto told her what happened with Anko in the hospital. I don't know what to do. Can you help me decide? Did she seem like she was trying to trick you, she asked. No, Naruto answered. Well, I think you should go see her, she has been through what you're going through now, she could help you, Am said. Can you go with me, Naruto asked. Let me tell my father. She walked into the kitchen then came back a few minutes later with a small pack on her back. Okay Naruto-kun, I'm ready, she said. The two arrived at Anko's house an hour later. Wow, this is a nice size house, think she's here, Am said. Well, she said she would be home all day, Naruto said. Well, let's go knock on the door, Am said. The two walked to the door and Naruto knocked. Coming they heard. A few minutes later the door opened. Can I help you? A lady who looked about 19 asked. She had long black hair and red eyes. Sorry, I have the wrong address, Naruto said. Oh, who are you looking for? Maybe I can help, she asked. Anko, Am said. Oh, you're at the right house, I'm Kurenai. Anko said she was expecting a visitor today, Kurenai said. Kurenai, Anko told me about you in her story, Naruto said. Really? I hope it was something nice. Come to Kurenai. The two followed Kurenai through the house to the training room. Naruto, you came. I wasn't sure if you would come or not. Well, you already met Kurenai. This is Yugao, my other sister I told you about, Anko said, pointing to a kunoichi who looked a year older than Anko. She had purple hair like Anko and black eyes. Naruto-kun introduced me to Am. Oh, this is Am, my best friend, Naruto said. Nice to meet you, Am said. Welcome to my home. Well, Naruto, what's your decision on what I asked you earlier? Anko asked. Well, I guess we can give it a try, Naruto said. Wait, why are you so interested in him all of a sudden? Am asked. Well, I never knew how like we were until it was brought to my attention by the Hokage. When you're hated as much as I am, you spend more time watching your own back than looking out for others. Besides, I admit I didn't know both his parents were dead, Anko said. But that doesn't answer my question, Am said. Well, honestly, I don't want him to go through what I went through when I was growing up. Like I said, he is lucky he has you as a friend, because not having a friend until I was 10 almost made me do things I would regret. I want him to have a better chance at life than I had, Anko said. Am just looked at her. What, I'm telling you the truth. Plus there are worse people out there who could take interest in him than me, like Itachi who already tried to kill him, or Orochimaru who would try and use him as a test subject, Anko said. Will you protect him? Am asked. Like someone will be stupid enough to try and break into my house to harm him, Anko said. Okay, I think you should stay with her, Naruto-kun said. Naruto smiled. Okay, I'll stay with you, Naruto said. AM looked at the clock. Naruto-kun, here are your books. I have to get back to the restaurant, she said, handing him the pack and leaving. What are you reading? Naruto Anko asked. Well, I can't read what AM was teaching me. Well, as the first act, as your new housemaid is to teach you to read and write, Anko said. Well, I have to go, it's almost time to get in, Hinata Kurenai said. A month later, Naruto was sitting in Ichiraku Ramen. AM, more ramen please, he asked. Of course, Naruto-kun, how is living with Anko? AM asked. Great, people even stop trying to hit me all the time, Naruto said. Not a lot of people enjoy being turned into food, AM said. She also helped me to learn how to read and write. She says I'm getting better, Naruto said. You are, with the extra help, advancing really fast on catching up on what you should have learned already, AM said. Yup, she also said she will help me read my books and learn to do things out of them, Naruto said. That's great, AM said. Anko walked into the Hokage's office. I need some missions, taking care of a kid on my weekly checks are not working, she said. Anko, I expected you, although I didn't think it would be this late, the Hokage said. Yay, well, do you have any missions? Anko asked. No, the Hokage said. Then how the hell you expect me to care for him? And I asked Anko. Calm down, Anko, I don't have any missions, but I do have money for you, it's from his parents. I will give you enough each week for you both if you start his shinobi training now, the Hokage said. How much? Anko asked. In total, he has inherited the money from the Uzumaki clan, which at one point was as big as the Yamanaka before the Iwa Civil War destroyed most of them, and Kyuubi killed the rest of Whirlpool, and his father was one of the richest people not from a clan. It might not be as much as he gets from Kushina, but it still is plenty of money for him, the third said. I was talking about how much I get from you each week, Anko said. Oh, you get 500 a week, and you can't tell Naruto about his parents or Kyuubi, the Hokage said. Yay, give me the money, Anko said. Anko was sitting in her home helping Naruto read one of his 4 books he got for his birthday. Anko, do you know my parents? He asked. Yay, but I'm not supposed to tell you, Anko said. Please, I promise I won't tell anyone, Naruto said. Anko sighed. Okay, but don't tell anyone, I mean not even AM, she said. Okay, I want Naruto to say. Your father is the Yondaime Hokage, and your mother is Kushina Uzumaki, she said. Naruto asked. I'm not done, as you know Yondaime died fighting Kyuubi, but he didn't kill him, instead he sealed him, Anko said. What do you mean? Naruto asked. Anko took out a scroll and asked Naruto, what's this? A scroll, why? Naruto asked. Anko asked, holding the book they were reading. The book, what's this got to do with anything? Naruto asked, confused. Anko wrote a seal on the scroll. Now what is this? She asked. A scroll with a book in it, what does this have to do with my parents? Naruto asked in frustration. You see, this is only a scroll with a book sealed in it, that doesn't make it a book, does it? Anko asked. No, Naruto said. Good, you have the Kyuubi sealed in you, your father died sealing him in you, he wanted you to be seen as a hero, your mother died due to complications of giving birth, while the Kyuubi attacked, Anko said. They sealed Kyuubi in me? Naruto asked. Yes, but like I demonstrated, you are not Kyuubi, just its jailer, Anko said. Why me though? Naruto asked. No clue, and I won't even try and justify what he did, Anko said. Naruto laid his head on the table in his arms for a few minutes. He looked up at Anko with tears in his eyes. Thank you for telling me who my parents are and why everyone hates me, but is there anyone who knows about this? Naruto asked. Yay, everyone who was at least 5 when you was born should have some memory of it, those older knows what happened, Anko said. Did my parents have any friends who would have known about me? Naruto asked. Well, besides Kakashi Haddock, all Minato's students are dead. I don't think he has any friends left in the village. I know Jiraiya of the Sennin trained him, but he wasn't aware of you being born. Kushina don't have any friends who are alive, Anko said. So Kakashi Haddock knew about me yet didn't try to stop all those beatings that I got from the villagers, yet someone who never knew me took me in, Naruto said. Pretty much, Anko said. I hate him and my father for what he did to me, Naruto said. I can't tell you who to hate and not to hate, but don't let this hatred take over you, Anko said. Can you help me be strong so I can outshine the Yondaime and make Kakashi pay for neglect and make my mother proud of me? Naruto asked. Of course I will, Anko said. Thank you, Naruto said. No need for thanks, now let's get started. Go run around the training room 5 times, then do 15 push-ups and 30 sit-ups, Anko said. Okay, what are you going to do? Naruto asked. I'm going to let Yugao and Kurenai I'm starting your training. They watch kids your age. Hinata Hyuga is 2 months younger than you, and Kurenai watch her every afternoon for her father. Tenten is the daughter of the man who owns the weapons shop, and Yugao watch him during store hours, so she won't get hurt around the store, Anko said. Okay, Anko, Naruto said, and went to the training room and started his run. Anko arrived at the park, Kurenai she called. Yes, Anko, Kurenai asked, watching Hinata as she went down the slide. I came to tell you I'm starting Naruto's training, Anko said. Did you need to tell me, Kurenai asked. I figured you would want to bring Hinata, it will be more fun than watching her play by herself in the park, plus she might become friends with Naruto, Anko said. Yeah, but Hinata is shy, very shy, Kurenai said. Well, how do you expect her to break out of it if she doesn't have any friends? Plus I heard that Hiashi is starting to double her training because she hasn't unlocked the Byakugan yet, so at least we can help her train and give her confidence in herself, Anko asked. Fine, but we have to buy Hinata some new clothes so she can wear them while we train. The Hyugas have a strict no training outside the compound rule unless it's team training, Kurenai said. Okay, here, go buy her some training clothes, Anko said, and leave. Anko found Yugao just as she was going to pick up Tenten. Yugao, she called. Yes, Anko, Yugao responded. I'm starting Naruto's training, Anko said. I'll bring Tenten, she started training for the academy a few months ago, Yugao said. Okay, Anko said, and walked home. She walked into the house and saw finishing up his sit-ups. How's it going, Naruto, she asked. Good, I'm almost finished, Naruto said. Good, we have some people who will be joining us soon, Anko said. Okay, Naruto said. Kurenai and Yugao arrived a few minutes later. Naruto, this is Hinata, and this is Tenten, Anko. Hello, I'm Naruto, nice to meet you, he said. I'm Tenten, she said. She was wearing a Chinese-style shirt with some brown pants. I'm Hinata, she said with a stutter, and blushing. I get to train with Naruto-kun, she thought. She was wearing standard Hyuga-style clothes that Kurenai bought, it was all black. Well, let's get started. First up, stamina, speed, and strength, Anko said. The Hokage sat in his office looking at the weapons that were found in the forest lying around Naruto. He examined them closely, but couldn't find out where they came from. The seals on the weapons confused him because they were just as complicated as the seals on Yondame's flying thunder god kunai. The other thing that confused them about the weapons was that they were making this low-pitched noise like it was calling Naruto's name, but you can only hear it if you concentrate on the weapon really hard. Naruto was eating breakfast with Anko when there was a flash of light. They both covered their eyes. When it was gone, they were looking at a dark blue katana and a set of 20 dark blue kunais all pointing at Naruto. Anko reached for one of them and looked at it. Why do these have your name on them? Anko asked. I don't know, I never saw them before, Naruto said. What happened before you went to the hospital when we first met, Anko? Well, I was chased by some villagers. I ran into the forest and saw some ninjas fighting. I asked the old man about it and he told me that one was Itachi and the other was Kisame. Itachi killed Kisame, then attacked me. I put my hand up to try and defend myself. Then this giant blue sword flew in the air. There was a flash, then I was unconscious, Naruto said. Naruto, that sword you mentioned, did it have shark scales on it? Anko asked. I think I didn't get a good look at why, Naruto asked. It's a sword called Samehada. It works differently than any other sword ever to exist, as it picks out its user. If you're not picked, you can't use it. The weapon then takes on the shape of what suits its new user best, Anko said. So what does that have to do with me? Naruto asked. Samehada was the weapon of the 10-tailed demon Kyuubi. I don't know much about why Samehada is still around, if Kyuubi was split into the current 9-tailed demons, but if it allows you to wield its power, then something bad must be in our future, since it came to not only you, but the power of Kyuubi, the most powerful of the demons, Anko said. Cool, I have the weapon of the most powerful demon, Naruto said. Naruto must train to control not only the power of Samehada, which is a demon itself, but also Kyuubi's power, Anko said. How will I do that? Naruto asked. I don't know yet, but I'll think of something, Anko said. Can I tell Tenten and Hinata about Kyuubi and my parents? Naruto asked. Yes, but after that you can't tell anyone. If this gets out you will be in more danger than you have ever been while in Konoha, Anko said. Kurenai, Hinata, Tenten, and Yugao came to the house. You're early, Anko said. Well, it is raining out, Kurenai said. It is? I didn't realize that. Well, let's go to the training room, Anko said. They walked into the training room. Can I tell them now? Naruto asked Anko. Sure, Anko said. Tell them what? Kurenai asked. I know who my parents are, Naruto said. Really, who? Tenten asked. First, Anko said, you can't tell nobody, not even your parents or best friends, Naruto said. We promise we won't. Tenten said. Hinata just nodded while blushing. My mother is named Kushina Uzumaki. She died because of the Kyuubi chakra that came when I was born. My father is Yondaime. He died sealing Kyuubi and me, Naruto said. Your father? Yondaime Tenten asked. You have the Kyuubi in you, the Yondaime didn't kill it, Hinata stuttered. Yes Tenten, and Anko said something about Kyuubi being too powerful to kill, so it had to be sealed. I'm the unlucky bastard who got the raw end of the deal, but it's all fine because I have these cool new weapons, Naruto said. Hinata and Tenten just looked in confusion as went to get his katana and kunai, see they are from this sword called Samehada, it picks out its own user and transforms to suit the new user, it belonged to the 10-tailed demon Juubi, who was split into 9 weaker demons, with Kyuubi being the strongest Naruto said. Hinata and Tenten just stared at him not knowing what to say. Anko stepped up, okay let's start training, if you have any questions about this don't be afraid to ask she said. Anko looked at Naruto as they walked to the grocery store. Naruto, are you going to grow your hair out like I suggested she asked. I think I will, Naruto said. Good, you will be cute with long hair, Anko said. Anko is it possible to sign more than one summon Naruto asked. It's possible, most people don't or can't because they barely have enough chakra for one summon, Anko said. What about you Naruto asked. No one wants to sign a contract with someone who has a connection with Orochimaru, no matter how much I hate him for what he did to me Anko answered. Maybe we should start a family of summons, every summon we sign we let each other sign it, plus our closest friends Naruto said. That's a good idea, Anko said. Thanks, and when do I get to sign the snake summon you said I have more than enough chakra to sign it, Naruto asked. You have the chakra, but not the control, give it time you will sign it before you become a genin I promise Anko said. Okay, Naruto said. Want a new set of clothes, maybe something with a full body coat with some Anbu pants and a shirt with an opening to show off your toned abs or maybe a fishnet shirt Anko asked. I don't know about all that, but I will get some new clothes, Naruto said. Naruto walked out the clothes store with a pair of red pants and a red shirt that was tight-fitting, he also had on an orange full body coat and a pair of fingerless gloves, do I have to carry all the bags he complained about. Your clothes, your bags Anko said. But you have clothes in here also Naruto countered. You're the man Anko said. What's that supposed to mean, you said that men and women were equal, Naruto said. Yes, but I'm teaching you to be a gentleman, when you're with a female you never let them carry their bags, Anko said. Why not, Naruto asked. Because Naruto, although most won't admit it, us kunoichis like to be treated like any other lady when we are not doing things that involve our kunoichi skills, Anko said. Ladies like you won't admit it, Naruto whispered. I heard that Naruto, now come on, let's eat some ramen, Anko said. They walked into Ichiraku Ramen, Naruto-kun. I like your new clothes, Am said. Thanks, Anko bought them for me, Naruto said. What's with all the bags Am asked for? New clothes, Anko is making me carry her bags also, she is teaching me to be a gentleman, but I think she is being lazy, Naruto said. I heard that Naruto, don't forget I'm buying you lunch Anko said. You have to or I'll tell the old man Naruto said. Yay, but I don't have to buy you ramen. I would prefer dango, now keep up with your remarks and we won't eat here for a month and eat dango Anko said. Am smiled, well I think you will thank her one day for teaching you to be a gentleman Am said. Told you Naruto every female is like a gentleman Anko said. Whatever Naruto mumbled. Anko, you will want to know that we are starting to sell dango. Father is trying out some recipes. Can you try them and tell them what to do to make them better Am said. Sure Anko said. Anko walked around the village with Naruto, hey what's with all these people Naruto asked. There is a treaty going on between Kumo and Konoha, these people are the representatives from Kumo Anko said. Cool new ninjas can I meet them, Naruto asked. Sure let's go, Anko said. They walked through the people until Naruto saw someone who had the same color hair as he has, hey Anko her hair is the same color as mine can we talk to her Naruto asked. Sure Anko said. They walked up to her, hello Miss Naruto. She turned and looked at Naruto, why hello what's your name she asked. I'm Naruto Uzumaki, and this is Anko, my guardian, what's your name he asked. I'm Yugito Nai she replied. Our hair is the same color, Naruto said. Yes Yugito said. Yugito, the same Yugito who has the 2-tailed demons in her Anko, asked. Yes why Yugito asked standing and looking Anko in her eyes. Well, if this treaty goes through can you help him learn to control his demon, he has Kyuubi in him, Anko said. Yugito looked at him, sure, he is going to need that power, we have a group of missing nin after us called Akatsuki, all are S ranked, she told Anko. Really, it looks like we have upped the training Anko said. That would be advised, Yugito said. What do you know about Juubi or Samehada Anko? Well Juubi is the ultimate power, he was so powerful that the Rikido Sennin had to seal it inside himself and eventually divide its power into 9 weaker demons. Samehada was lost through time until Kisame found it, why Yugito asked. Was there a certain power that Samehada had? Anko asked for. Well, it had so much power that it made Kisame have the chakra, as the sword itself is even more powerful than Kyuubi, and only the Rikido Sennin can control its power, Yugito said. I see what Anko said. Why are you so interested in it? Yugito asked. Well, Naruto has the Samehada, it protected him from Itachi after he killed Kisame, then it transformed into a smaller katana, and 20 kanais they all have seals on them, and have Naruto's name on them, Anko said. Really, can you show me them? Yugito asked. Anko pulled out the weapons from a scroll. Here they are, I keep them with me at all times, so no one can steal them from Naruto, she said. Yugito looked at them, Nibi said, although it's not unusual for the Samehada to transform to fit its user, as it have done it many times in history, after the Rikido Sennin split the power of the Juubi. It is unusual for Samehada to imprint a user's name in it. She guessed that somehow that Samehada has foreseen an event in the future, with either the Juubi himself or someone with almost as much power, and made it known that it sides with Naruto, Yugito said. So what do Nibi suggest we do? Anko asked. We prepare for whatever is to happen. Nibi wants me to go around and teach all the how to control their demon's power. Also something else, she said, once Naruto cinch his chakra with Samehada, he will then be able to fully control Kyuubi chakra, Yugito said. How does he do that? Anko asked. By training with it, I would think by the time he learns to use the katana his chakra should be cinched, Yugito said. Thanks, when will you start to train him on using Kyuubi's chakra? Anko asked. Well, until he unlocks it I can't, but he should work on cinching. Well, Kyuubi chakra is not interfering with his, Yugito said. 1 year to the day that Anko took Naruto in. Naruto walked downstairs on the morning of his birthday and saw Anko standing in her normal lightly dressed morning state while cooking. Morning, Anko, he said. Hey Naruto, I want some pancakes, she asked. Yes please, I'm going to shower, Naruto said. Naruto and Anko were sitting at the table, both showered and dressed for the day. What do you want to do for your birthday? Anko asked. Well, I always wanted to go to the festival, but never was able to, Naruto said. You sure it's not that fun, just a bunch of drunks causing unnecessary trouble, Anko said. Just for a few minutes, Naruto asked. Fine, Anko said. She slid a gift across the table. Happy birthday, she said. Thanks, Naruto said. He opened the gift and took out and was holding 2 heavy weights. You're going to use them while you're in the academy to increase your speed faster than what we have been doing. The wristbands are to help you convert speed into power, Anko said. Thanks, Naruto said. Naruto was covered in sake as Anko knocked those who tried to kill him unconscious. Anko only left him long enough to go to the restroom when a group of drunks saw the opportunity to try and get rid of the Kyuubi brat. When Anko came back, she wasn't happy and didn't even ask questions as she started to beat them into submission, taking her time before they slowly fell unconscious. A group of Anbus and the Hokage appeared. 2 Anbus had to restrain Anko from doing more damage. What happened? The Hokage asked. They thought it was a good idea to try and harm Naruto, so I showed them the error of their ways, Anko said, as if she didn't care what happened to her. You know you're not supposed to harm Konoha shinobi, the Hokage said. I'm supposed to let them do whatever they want. I don't care what the counselor you say. As long as I'm alive I will not have any mercy for those who hurt my family, Anko said. I understand that, but you already are on probation for killing Mizuki, the third said. He shouldn't have tried to kill Naruto. But you knew the consequences if you harmed someone else, the Hokage said. Fine, throw me in prison, lock away the only person who tries to keep Naruto safe, Anko said. Take her to the prison cell, the third said. No, Naruto yelled. Sorry, but she knew the consequences of fighting again, the third said. But you can't, Naruto yelled. Sorry, but I must maintain order with my ninjas, all of them, the third said. I hate you, Naruto yelled and turned and ran away. Anko smirked. Good job, you're only the 4th person he hates. Oh, and good luck finding him, she said. Then the Anbu vanished with her. The Hokage was sitting in his office listening to the reports from the last week. During that time no one saw Naruto, or at least if they did they weren't telling him where he was. Multiple times he sent Kurenai, Yugao, Hinata and Tenten to find him. Each time they would walk aimlessly around the village, then into the forest, then back in the village, and into the forest on the other side of the village. It all confused him. Also, the entire time Anko had a smirk on her face whenever he went to ask her where Naruto would be hiding. All he would get was I can't locate him while in prison since I can't use jutsus, and leave it at that. Sometimes being Hokage wasn't worth the headache. Hinata and Tenten walked into Ichiraku Ramen and sat down. So how long will you keep this up? Am asked. Kurenai said until Anko gets out of prison, Hinata said, getting out of her stutter since she was now good friends with Am and Tenten. Well, here is his food for the day, Am said, handing them a bunch of ramen, vegetables, and fruits. Thank you, we will tell Naruto to come visit you sometime at your house, Tenten said. Okay bye Am said. Tenten sealed the food in a scroll and left with Hinata. They walked around and talked so as not to bring attention to themselves. They then saw Kurenai and Yugao waiting for them near the forest and went to them. They all entered the forest, Kage Bunshin no Kurenai and Yugao said. Kurenai created one of herself and Hinata, well Yugao created one of herself and Tenten, you have the food Kurenai asked for. Yes, Tenten said. Well let's go, we have training to do, Yugao said. They walked through the forest and came to a small hut that was a ways away from the village. Naruto opened up Kurenai and knocked on the door. Naruto opened the door. Hi everyone, is Anko out yet he asked. Like we said every other day when she is out she will come get you Kurenai said. Tenten handed him the scroll with his food, thanks Naruto. Well let's get to training. Yugao said after Naruto was finished with a portion of his food, Anko gave you those weights right when she asked Naruto. Yes, Naruto said. Good, put them on, Hinata and Tenten know that they will use them while we train to work on their speed, since you can't do the weights, Yugao said. Okay Naruto said putting on the weights. Naruto doesn't take the weights off unless you're taking a shower or sleeping, also for an hour a day take the weights off and go through basic taijutsu practice to get used to your new speed, Kurenai said. It has been 2 months since Anko was put in prison and Naruto ran away. He sighed and walked up to her cell, Anko he called. She replied sleepily. I need your help, he said. Why should I help you? Anko asked. Where is Naruto the third person asked. So you still haven't found him, not surprising though he was trained by me and you know from personal experience that I'm impossible to find if I don't want to be found, Anko said with an air of confidence. Just tell me where he is. Okay, Anko said. You will ask the third. No, but I'll tell you he isn't in this village, Anko said. What does that mean? How it sounds, Naruto is nowhere in this village, but you already knew what Anko said with a smirk. Fine until he is found you will stay in here, the Hokage said. Anko shrugged, you will be back here within a month begging me to find him she said with confidence. The Hokage just turned and walked away. 3 weeks later Anko was standing outside the Anbu prison and stretched out with a big smirk on her face, like I said you would be begging me for my help within a month she said. Just go find him, the Hokage said. Anko said. Hey Anko Kurenai called and ran up to her. Kurenai how things are going Anko asked. Pretty good, you're free now, Kurenai asked. Yeah, he didn't believe me when I told him that he wouldn't be able to find Naruto, Anko said. I believe it, Kurenai said. I'm hungry, let's get some dango, Anko said. Okay, Kurenai said. What about Naruto? We need to find him, the third said. Can't do it on an empty stomach, Anko said. They walked to Ichiraku and sat down. I need some dango, Anko said. Anko Am said. Something can happen to Naruto while you're here eating dango, the Hokage said. Fine Anko said. She bit her thumb, summoning no, and found Naruto. The snakes disappeared, happy she asked. Anko walked up to the forest and, as soon as she reached it Naruto ran out, Anko said, hugging her. I missed you, Naruto Anko said. Where was he? You said he wasn't in the village the third said. He wasn't, he was in Kushina old hut Anko said. What you're not supposed to talk about her and she doesn't have an old hut in this village, the third said. I didn't tell him about her, we found it one day while walking around and it's not in this village. Now Naruto did you continue to train Anko said. Yes Anko Naruto said. Good Anko said. Anko walked up to the academy with an 8-year-old Naruto. Well kiddo this is your first day, don't cause too much trouble she said. Would I cause trouble? Naruto asked with an innocent look. Yeah try that with someone who didn't raise and train you, Anko said. Well bye Anko Naruto said. I'll see you later Anko said and sunshine away. I have to learn to do that, Naruto said. He walked into the academy and went to his class. Sitting near the back he watched as others walked in the room assessing everyone as they came in. Once everyone was sitting in their seats, 2 girls came running into the class really loud. I won. I'm sitting next to Sasuke-kun, the pink-haired girl. What I won, the blonde said. Naruto just looked at the blonde. The blonde felt him looking at her. What do you want she asked looking up at him. You're Yamanaka right, he asked. Yay what of it she asked. You know Yamanaka, the heir to the Yamanaka clan, Naruto asked. What's wrong with me she asked. No it's not like that, I'm just curious, Naruto said. Curious about what Ino asked. Well I might be wrong, but I thought that the Yamanaka clan was always level-headed and always kept their cool, but you're going out of your way to have a pointless competition to sit next to a jerk who is clearly not worth your time, Naruto said. I guess you know someone else. I should try and entertain Ino asked sarcastically. Well, I know of someone who might interest you, Naruto said. Who might that be Ino asked. Well, he is a blonde like yourself and would be a good match for a Yamanaka like yourself, Naruto said. Are you selling yourself to me, Ino asked. Well, I wouldn't put it like that, but I'm worth much more of your time than what Uchiha Naruto said. Oh, and why is that, Ino asked. Sit up here and I'll tell you what Naruto said. Ino pig, you're not going to listen to him, he is talking about Sasuke-kun, the pink-haired girl said. Sorry forehead, but I have to keep my options open, besides I hate acting loud and stuff all the time, it gives me a headache, Ino said. What do you mean, her friend asked. Sakura, why do you think my father never yells? It's because our clan jutsus are too demanding on our mind. Any excess yelling will cause pain in our mind and give us major headaches. If done constantly we can die from it, my uncle died like that, Ino explained. That's why you never yell, Sakura asked. Exactly, I'll see you at lunch, Ino said and went to sit by Naruto. So you're the kid taken in by Anko, right, she asked. The one and only, Naruto said. So you're going to start courting yourself to me now or wait until after we become genins, Ino asked. Well, straight to the point, but I prefer to get to know you first, so when we are genins, Naruto said. But choice, I would hate to shoot you down without giving you a chance, Ino said. Hinata ran into the class just before Iruka. Sorry I'm not late, am I, she asked. No now, Iruka said. Hinata walked up to Naruto. Hello, I'm Hinata Hyuga. She introduced herself to Ino. Ino Yamanaka replied. Why are you sitting up here and not by the Uchiha, didn't you and that pink-haired girl who ran here to get that seat, Hinata asked. Well, before I could, he gave me another option. Apparently it's not too early for him to start his courting, Ino said. Yes, it isn't, he is trying to court AM, me, you, Tenten who is a year above us, and Hana the Onitsuka heir, Hinata said. What is the part of a clan or something that died out, Ino asked. In a way he is, Hinata said. Hello, I'm still here, Naruto said. Uzumaki, not talking in class, Iruka yelled. I already know this crap, don't get your kunais in a twist, Naruto said. What would you know? Iruka asked. I know it isn't a smart thing to try and single me out, the old man tried that once and still has problems from Anko and her hibis, Naruto said. And that scares me because, Iruka asked. You're an Anko is what Naruto said. I can be myself if I want, Iruka said. Yet you're stuck at an academy, I bet you're not even as skilled as most would be, Naruto challenged. Really, name one thing you think I can't do, Iruka challenged. Naruto thought, then bit his thumb, summoning no, he summoned a small. What do you want this time, Naruto asked. Just to prove I can do something that Iruka can't, Naruto said. Iruka, you should get on Naruto's bad side, Anko don't take too kindly to people on that side of Naruto, ask Kakashi if you want proof, he said. The door opened. Naruto, you forgot your lunch, what's going on? Why did you summon me after I told you not to? Anko asked, looking around. Iruka doesn't think I know anything, oh, and he says he is not afraid of you, Naruto said. Anko turned to Iruka, so she asked. Is that what Iruka asked? Trying to sabotage Naruto's learning, Anko asked. Actually, Anko, he hasn't even started teaching, the first thing he did was tell me to stop talking when the ones who were talking were Ino and Hinata, Naruto pointed out. Look, Iruka, I don't like you, don't do anything stupid that will get you on my hit list, Anko said. Iruka gulped, right. Good, Naruto, here is your lunch, and I told you no dating until after the academy, not go find another girl to date, Anko. I'm not getting to know her, Naruto said. Whatever, I have to go, Anko said, and sunshine away again. I really need to learn what Naruto said. You and I both, Hinata said. Okay, who exactly are you, Naruto Uzumaki, and why does everyone hate you? Ino asked. Can you please stop talking? We are about to start the lesson for today, Iruka said. Anko was walking Hinata and Ino home. The two were a few steps in front of her with Naruto. So Naruto, are you going to answer my question? Well, I can't, Naruto said. Why not, Ino asked. Fueton. Twin Dragonti heard and looked where they came from and saw two large dragons break down the gate and a Kunoichi standing there with two katanas. She has long red hair and bluish purple eyes. She was wearing clothes similar to Anko except they were red, and from what they could tell she was pissed, extremely pissed. An Anbu stood up from the rubble. I won't be caught off guard like that again, he said, pulling out two kunai. The Kunoichi just looked at him. Why are you defending that bastard, she asked. I will always fight to defend the Hokage, the Anbu said. Well then get ready to die, he will join you in hell soon, Kunoichi said. Restrain her, they heard. A group of Anbus came out and grabbed the Kunoichi's arms, legs, and took her katanas. Why are you here? The Hokage asked. The Kunoichi looked at him with hate. Why are you ninjas coming after me? She retorted. You know why, the Hokage said. Because I didn't die that day, she asked sarcastically. How did you survive anyway, the Hokage asked. Wouldn't you like to know, why did you lie about my son, she asked. I don't know what you're talking about, the Hokage said calmly. The kunoichi popped out of the Anbu's hands in a puff of smoke and was standing on top of a roof. Why do you insist on trying to lie? You know damn well what I'm talking about, she yelled. I assure you I don't, the Hokage said. The kunoichi vanished and attacked the Hokage, but was stopped by his staff. If you don't know what I'm talking about, then why is Naruto Uzumaki, my son, standing there looking at me without knowing who I am? Why the hell did you tell me he was dead, she yelled. You were unstable at the time, the Hokage said. Unstable? I was only unstable because that bastard Minato fucking Namikaze made me that way, Kushina yelled. He did nothing, the Hokage said. So knocking me unconscious and stealing my son while I just got out of labor is doing nothing, she yelled. Kushina, slowed down by another kunoichi, said running into the village. When did you get so fast, the black-haired kunoichi asked. The redhead, who they now know was Kushina, looked at them then back at the Hokage. Well, I'm waiting, she said. It was for the best, you showed signs of instability, he said. If I was unstable it was because I woke up after my so-called husband knocked me unconscious to find my baby missing and Anbu's waiting to kill me, she said. Kushina Uzumaki, Naruto asked. She looked at him and smiled. Yes, I'm your mother, this ass is the reason you're motherless, she said. I'm seeing a ghost, he said, then fainted. Everyone's sweat dropped, which was unexpected, Anko said. At least he doesn't have to see me kill this asshole, Kushina said. Hold on, what happened on the day Naruto was born? Anko asked while Hinata, Tenten, AM, and Ino tried to wake Naruto. Tenten and AM came to see what was going on along with other people. When Naruto woke up he needed to hear this more than anyone else, Kushina asked. Yes, he is coming, Hinata said. Naruto opened his eyes. Hinata-chan, I just saw a ghost of my mom about to kill the old man, he said. Hinata giggled while AM, Tenten, and Ino rolled their eyes. That wasn't a ghost, your mom is really going to kill the Hokage, AM said. Naruto paid attention to learn about your bastard father, his prized student, and this bastard, part of the story was told to me by Tsunade-sensei herself, Kushina said. Okay, Naruto said, still did not believe his mother was alive. Flashback. Kushina had just finished giving birth to her baby son. Let me hold him, she said. The doctor gave Kushina the baby. Welcome to the world, Naruto Uzumaki, she said to the baby. She turned to the doctor. Can you tell Minato that he can come in? Of course, the doctor walked out and Minato walked in. Can everyone leave us, he asked. Once everyone was gone he walked up to Kushina and leaned down to her ear. Why did you have this baby? You know we are too young to be parents, but that's fine. I will remove you both from this world and start over with Tsunade-chan like I should have before she left this village. You were just my backup plan, he whispered. Her eyes widened, not with fear, but with regret and hurt, then her world went black as he hit her in the back of the neck. A few hours later Kushina opened her eyes. My baby, no he didn't, he wouldn't, she said, as she remembered what Minato said. She struggled with what little strength she had to get out of the hospital bed and put her clothes on. She looked at her arm. He tried to remove my weapon seal, she said to herself, then smiled. Bastard, it's an Uzumaki seal and can only be removed by an Uzumaki, then slowly walked out the room. She walked out of the hospital. Where would someone take a baby on the day Kyuubi attacks, she asked herself. Kushina, you shouldn't be out here, you just gave birth, and where is your baby, she heard. Kushina looked atop the building in front of her. Tsunade-sensei. Now I have to save my baby, she said. What are you talking about? Tsunade asked. No time to explain, help me get to the Hokage's tower, Kushina asked. Fine, Tsunade said and helped her to the tower. Are you sure this plan could backfire? Look, Jiraiya was supposed to be here for the birth and I would have asked him, but he isn't, so I have to ask you to do this. They heard Minato's voice. But killing Kushina and the baby is a little extreme, their first voice said. Look at Sarutobi, I never wanted kids with Kushina, I am and always will be in love with Tsunade-chan, Minato said. Okay, I'll do it, but there is no guarantee that you will survive this sealing, Sarutobi said. I created the damn thing. Of course I'm going to survive, just make sure Kushina and Naruto are dead, Minato said. Okay, I will, but how will you get Tsunade to marry you, Sarutobi asked. I'll play the victim of Kyuubi card and guilt her so much about Kushina and Naruto being dead that she will want to comfort me, then when the time is right I will ask her to be my girlfriend, then eventually marry me and have my real children with her, Minato explained. Just make sure this doesn't fall back on me, Sarutobi said. Who's going to say something? The only one who knows of this plan is me, and you, Minato asked. Didn't you say you told Kushina that you were in love with Tsunade and were removing her so you can pursue Tsunade, Sarutobi asked. Yeah, but she will be dead soon, Minato said. Tsunade, can you get me back to the hospital? I can't feel my legs, Kushina said. Of course you can't, your body isn't healed enough to be walking, and don't worry I will try and save Naruto, Tsunade said. Thank you, Kushina said. Tsunade laid Kushina in her now empty hospital room and jumped out the window. She ran across the village and saw Gamabunta jumping towards Kyuubi and went that way. She ran as fast as she could to catch up to the toad and got there just as Minato sealed Kyuubi and Naruto. Now Sarutobi, after you get rid of Kushina and Naruto you will get half of the Namikaze's jutsus, Minato said. Minato Namikaze heard. Minato looked at the large black figure. Who the hell are you, he asked. I'm the death god and I'm here for your soul, he said. Minato asked. It's a price for summoning me, the death god said. But no, can't I offer you another soul? There is this kunoichi named Kushina Uzumaki, she is dying, can't you take her soul, Minato pleaded. You summoned me, you must pay the price, the death god said. No, Minato yelled as the death god took his soul. Sarutobi looked at Minato's now dead body, then back at Naruto. A promise is a promise, he said, and stabbed a kunai into Naruto's heart. Tsunade was unable to move after seeing the death god. I have to get Kushina out of here, she said after the cries of Naruto brought her back to what she was supposed to do. She arrived in Kushina's room. Kushina, we have to go, Tsunade said. What happened? Where Naruto? Kushina asked. I'm sorry Kushina, I failed you. I didn't think that traitor would summon the death god to seal Kyuubi and Naruto, Tsunade said. Seal Kyuubi and Naruto? Kushina asked. Yes, he sealed Kyuubi and Naruto in order to kill them both at the same time. When the death god came to take Minato's soul for summoning him, I froze with fear. Only the cries of Naruto after Sarutobi stabbed him in the heart brought me back from my fear, but he is on his way here now, we have to go, Tsunade said. Thank you for trying, and at least that bastard got what he deserved, Kushina said. Can you create a cage bunshin for yourself, Tsunade said. The Kushina made a cage bunshin, then grabbed Tsunade's back. The Hokage walked into the room. Kushina. I'm sorry to inform you that both Naruto and Minato are dead, he said, and sat the body of Naruto next to her, then walked out, killing her, he said to the Inuanbu. Tsunade walked out the gate without any trouble thanks to Kyuubi when Kushina clutched her harder. What's wrong, Kushina? Tsunade asked. He is dead, Naruto, I saw the body just before I was killed, Kushina said. Sarutobi killed you? Tsunade asked. No, he had an Anbu do it, Kushina said. Flashback ends. Kushina finished her story. Now I'm curious though, how did you switch Naruto's body after he had Kyuubi sealed in him without Tsunade-sensei? Seeing you, she asked the Hokage. I did it while Minato was busy with the death god, the Hokage said. So how should I kill you, slow or fast? Kushina asked. The Hokage jumped back and threw his Hokage's robes off. Sorry, I'm not ready to die, he said. Fueton. Internal dragon of death, Kushina called out. Oten. The Earth Wolf, Hokage called and blocked them. Brayton. Lighting shower, Kushina called. The Hokage dodged the lighting and used his staff to block one of Kushina's katanas. Kushina brought the second katana round and grazed the jumping back Hokage across the chest. Doten. Earth's pierced, Hokage called out. Doten. Flying spear shattered. Payton. Dragon of fire, Kushina said, and burned right through the earth's spears. This continued until it hit the Hokage. He tried to get up, but Kushina stopped him by putting a katana on his neck. Give up, you're too old to try and match me, she said. But stopping you from finishing me off, the Hokage asked. I want you to beg for mercy, Kushina said. There is no honor in what the Hokage said. Kushina snorted. Honor? You attempted to kill me, faked my son's death, and let that bastard get away with that plan of his, and you talk about honor, she said. Kushina, another Kunoichi, called from the destroyed gate, this one blonde. Tsunade-sensei, you're supposed to be looking after Yakumo, why are you here? Kushina asked in surprise. I go look for Shizune, and what do I find? She is missing. Not only that, but so was you. Then I hear from Yakumo that you went to find out if Naruto was really alive, and what do I find when I get here? You about to kill the old man, Tsunade said. Tsunade-sensei, Kushina was cut off. Maybe I wanted to kill him, Tsunade added, cutting off Kushina. Tsunade-sama, you should talk like the black-haired Kunoichi said. Why not? He deserves to die, Tsunade said. Can I kill him now? Kushina asked. My head hurts, Naruto said all of a sudden. Mine too, Hinata said. I thought learning about chakra was a lot to take in, Am said. Hey, that's what Naruto Shizune asked. Yes, Anko answered. You know I have to get back to Yakumo, so can we wrap this up? Do Naruto want to come with you or not? Tsunade asked Kushina. I haven't asked yet, Kushina said, a little embarrassed. Well, what the hell is keeping you? Tsunade trying to stop her headache. Bright Kushina walked away from the Hokage who was still on the ground and up to Naruto. She got down on one knee. Would you like to leave the village and come with me? Naruto thought, he didn't know what to say. Don't worry Naruto, it's up to you, Anko told him. Will you come to Anko, he asked. If you want me to, Anko said. Okay, if Anko can come I'll leave with you, Naruto said. Hey, what about us? Am asked Naruto. You all have families, Naruto said. Anyone who wants to come with us can, you have 10 minutes to tell your parents, Kushina said. Can I bring my sister? She is 3, Hinata asked. Sure, Kushina said. We better tell Hana about this, Tenten said. Are you coming? Naruto asked. I don't know, if we just met and we don't know anything about each other, she replied. At least come long enough to learn medics, Tsunade suggested. I'll have to ask my dad, Ino said. No need, I've heard everything at home and you can go with Tsunade Haim, no one can train a medic better than she can, but you have to be back in the village for your 12th birthday and to become a Kunoichi, Inoichi said. Don't worry Inoichi, they will all be back, Tsunade said. 10 minutes later Hiashi walked up with Hinata and Hanabi, you're supposed to be dead, he said to Kushina. Yeah well your wife was my best friend, so you know how I defy all logic involving me, Kushina replied with a smile. Hiashi smiled back, take care of my daughters, they are all I have left to live for, he said. Of course I will, I would expect you to do the same, Kushina said. Yeah well you don't have the entire civilian council plus the elders, and Hokage goes against everyone trying to help, Naruto, Hiashi said. Anything specific you need them to learn, Kushina asked. Yay, everything is in these scrolls, I don't expect Hanabi to learn much since she is only 3, but I expect Hinata to learn everything in there with her name on it, Hiashi said. I'll make sure she does, Kushina said. Tsume came up to her, you know, I'm starting to think the Uzumakis have a bloodline that prevents them from dying or something, she said with a smile. Kushina smiled and hugged her. I missed you so much, she said. Yay, now if only Lily was here, Tsume said, hugging her back. Yay, then the entire team would be able to have fun like old times, Kushina said. Tsunade cleared her throat, we don't have time for you to catch up on old times, Shina, we need to get going, Yakumo can't be alone for too long, she might have another episode, she said. Oh right, is Hana coming? She will be back in a few years with the rest of the girls, Kushina asked. Yes she can go, Tsume said. Thanks mom, you're the best, Hana said, taking the scroll that Tsume was handing to her. I know I am, but I have a gift for you, Tsume said. What's that? Tsume picked up a box that was on Kuro's back and handed it to Hana. Hana opened the box, Mom, she asked. They were just born a few days ago. I was looking for the perfect person to train them, and who better than our very own vet in training, Tsume said with a smile. Thanks mom, Hana said, hugging her. Tsume hugged her back, train hard, she said. I will, Hana, then go to Kiba, you better not cause trouble for mom, or I'm going to hurt you when I get back, she said. Yay, like you can beat me, Kiba said. See you in a few years, Hana said. Yay, see you, Kiba replied. Well, the troops let go, Kushina said. Wait, where are Kurenai and Yugao? Naruto asked. They both have missions today, Anko said. The group followed Tsunade to a small town. Tsunade turned to them, okay, since we just arrived here you're free to do what you want today. Tomorrow we will start training, Shizune will come with me, she said. The two medics walked off. Kushina asked what the flying thunder god Anko asked. I know that no matter how much I practice it, I can't do it to save my life, Kushina said. So you have scrolls on it, Anko asked. Yay, I still have them, I was going to get rid of them since I couldn't do the damn, Kushina said. Good, I think Naruto might be able to do it, Anko said. What makes you think that, Kushina asked. I only saw the seal once, but it looks like the seals on these kunai and katana, Anko said, pulling out the scroll and showing the weapons to Kushina. Kushina looked at the weapons, you're right, they are exactly the same seal, she said. Do you think it was some type of bloodline or something, Anko asked. Possible, otherwise there would be no reason I couldn't learn it, Kushina said while studying kunai. So what do you think, Anko asked again. Well, the only logical solution is that Minato had a bloodline that let him use his chakra to create the and needed the seals to connect his chakra to for it to work properly. I'm not completely sure, but it could be a chakra-based bloodline. How is Naruto's chakra controlled, Kushina responded. Even with the previous 3 years of chakra training I put him through, his control is still shot, it's only that he has an abnormally large chakra supply that he can do any I taught him, Anko said. Kushina nodded, that would make sense, she said. How, Anko asked. Because Minato had the worst control of all the ninjas in Konoha, he also had the largest chakra supply which covered up for his lack of control. I'm guessing that Naruto will be the same way, and to add Kyuubi to the Miz, and his control will never be above high to low at best, Kushina said. So he will have 3 cage level chakra with low control, Anko asked. Yup, but I think there is a way to reduce the amount of chakra he has with a chakra seal, this way he can have better control and not waste chakra, Kushina said. Anko nodded, good idea, she said. But first he needs to know what all he can do with his chakra, if in fact it is a bloodline, and not just a coincidence that he and Minato both have terrible control, Kushina said. How do we find this out, Anko asked. The easiest way is to get into Minato's house, Kushina said. Where is his house, Anko asked. Actually it's in this village, the Namikaze family didn't live in Konoha, and it's one reason why me and Tsunade-sensei came here when we left Konoha, to try and get into the house, but we need someone related to Minato to remove the seals, Kushina said. Well that's convenient, Anko said. Well, before we get started on any of that stuff, is anyone hungry, Kushina asked. A week later Kushina, Naruto, and Anko were standing in front of the Namikaze house. Okay Naruto, according to what the scroll said, all you have to do is add your chakra to the gate and it should unlock, Kushina. Okay Naruto walked up to the gate. He did, as told, and the gate slowly opened. I guess we can walk in, he said. Naruto took a step in the house followed by Kushina and Anko. As soon as they were in the yard the gate swung shut. I'm starting to regret coming in here, Kushina said. I know, it seems a little too clean for it not to have a person in here for the last 8 years, Anko said. They walked up to the main door and Naruto slowly turned the knob after putting his chakra into it. The three were surprised at the sight of a large picture of Tsunade looking back at them. They walked into the living room and found more pictures of Tsunade. Some were of her sleeping, some she was smiling, and some she was in the shower. Okay, he was really obsessed with Tsunade-sensei, Kushina said. A little too much, Anko said. Why are there only pictures of one person, Naruto asked. I don't know what Kushina answered. Anko felt a breeze behind her. What was that, she asked, turning around. All I see are pictures, Kushina said. No, I felt the wind pick up for a split second, then it died back down, Anko said. I didn't feel it, but I'll keep an eye out for anything, Kushina says. Anko, Shina, you might want to come look at this, Naruto called out. Naruto, where did Kushina call? Over here, Naruto called out. The two kunoichis followed his voice and found themselves looking in shock at seeing Tsunade, who was cleaning things. They blinked trying to figure out what was going on. She turned. Why are you here? You're not supposed to be here, she said. Kushina and Anko said. Trespassers, leave now or we will have to kill you, the Tsunade clone said. Wait, they are with me, I let them in, Naruto spoke up in a hurry. Who are you? Tsunade asked. I'm Naruto, he said. Lord Naruto, we are sorry, we didn't know it was your guest, Tsunade said. Lord Naruto, he asked, confused. Yes, you activated the seal, this is your home now, you are our master, there are 4 in total. I'm the maid, then there is a gardener, a cook, and a librarian. What is your wish? The maid asked. Okay, this is a little weird, Naruto said. I agree with what Kushina and Anko said. Lord Naruto, your wish, the maid asked again. Do I have a bloodline? Naruto asked after a few minutes of thinking. Yes, Lord Naruto, it's called accelerated chakra, the maid said. How do I train it? Naruto asked. There are scrolls in the library on it, the maid said. Why do you all look like Tsunade-sensei, Kushina? Don't speak without Lord Naruto's permission, the maid said, glaring at Kushina. Hey, she is my mother, don't yell at her, Naruto snapped. Sorry Lord Naruto, please don't kill me, the maid said. Just answer the question, Naruto said. Well, we are a part of the 10 generations of Namikazes, each clan head enters his chakra into the main seal, and everything in the house transforms to how he wants it. Lord Minato wanted everything to reflect his love for Lady Tsunade. So can you transform to your original form, Naruto asked. Just insert your chakra into the main seal, and everything will be how you wanted, the maid said. What do you think, Naruto asked. Well, it will be good to have everything reflect how you wanted, this is your house, Kushina said. As long as it gets rid of all these Tsunades, one is enough for me, Anko said. Lead us to the main seal, Naruto said. The maid led them to the center of the house. Just put your chakra in the seal, and it will turn out how you wish it to, the maid said. Naruto thought for a moment, then put his hand on the seal. The house started to glow, then ended. Kushina and Anko were surprised by the changes. Nothing in the house reflected the previous Namikazes that used to live there, everything was a reflection of how Naruto wanted to grow up, but the biggest surprise was the picture of Kushina with a baby Naruto in her arms. Kushina looked at the picture and asked Naruto, how did you come up with that picture? It just came to me, like it was locked in my memory until now or something, Naruto said. That's exactly how I looked when I gave birth to you and held you for the first and last time, Kushina said, still looking at the picture. The maid walked up. Lord Naruto, is there anything else you need, she asked. Not right now, you're free to do whatever you want, Naruto told the maid. Once the maid was gone, he looked at Anko and Kushina. Are they clones or something, he asked. In a sense, they have seals on them tied to the house, so as long as this house still stands they will be here unless their seals are removed, Kushina said. So let's go find the scroll we were looking for, Anko said. They walked to the library and Lord Naruto welcomed them. "Is there something I can help you find?" the librarian asked. "Well, I'm looking for scrolls on my bloodline," Naruto said. "Yes, I have them right here. When I felt you unlock the gate I went to get them ready for you," the librarian said. Naruto took the scrolls. "Thank you," he said. "Do you two need any help?" she asked Kushina and Anko. "What do you have on the Flying Thunder God?" Kushina asked. "Nothing much, the only thing that is here tells how only a member of the Namikaze family can learn it," the librarian said. "Thought so. Chakra control scrolls?" Anko asked. "I'll get them right away," the librarian said. Kushina Anko, "Look, it says that no Namikaze has ever found a way to have complete chakra control," Naruto read out. "Really? That's not very helpful," Anko said. "It also says that the best control ever obtained by a Namikaze was by Ro Namikaze. He was the only Namikaze to seal off half of his chakra, but even that didn't give him perfect control," he continued to read. "How much did he have after he sealed off Kushina?" "Still enough to create the Flying Thunder God and use it countless times in wars before the first Shinobi War," Naruto read. "Looks like that's our best choice right now," Kushina said. "I agree, but the seal should still allow him to access the chakra whenever he needs it," Anko said. "Yes, excuse me, can you get me any scrolls you have on Ro Namikaze and the seal he used to seal off his chakra?" Kushina asked the librarian. "Of course, Lady Kushina," the librarian said. "Lady Kushina," Kushina asked. "Oh, I put it in that you're to be spoken to, as they would me since your mother," Naruto said. "Oh," Kushina said. "I also let them know who everyone else was so they would know who is allowed in and who is not," Naruto said. "Good thinking," Anko said. "Here are the scrolls you asked for, Lady Kushina," the librarian said. "Thank you," Kushina said, taking the scrolls. She looked at them. "Naruto, you're going to need to learn about seals if this is going to work," she said. Naruto, Hinata, Ino, Tenten, Hana, Am, and Yakumo was standing in front of Kurenai and Tsunade. "Okay, since everything we have done to help Yakumo control her powers have failed, Kurenai thought that her training with you all would be good for her," Tsunade said. "This training will be based on since so far it's the only training you all have yet to undergo. The first thing you all will learn is the signs to look for when you're in A," Kurenai said. "What signs are those?" that Naruto asked. "First, the easiest is any change in your surroundings. We will work on this first," Kurenai said. Kurenai put them all under without any warning. She wasn't surprised when Yakumo broke it as soon as she was put under it. Hinata, Hana, Tenten, then Am all broke them. Kurenai watched as Naruto just stood there. After 2 minutes she ended the "Are you going to do it yet?" Naruto asked. "Naruto, I just ended that everyone, but you were able to break it," Kurenai told him. "Oh," Naruto said, embarrassed. "Don't be too embarrassed, I wasn't expecting you to break it," Kurenai said. "Why not?" Naruto asked. "Because China is terrible at, we were just testing if you had her talent for them," Tsunade said. "Oh," Naruto said. "But when our training is over you will be able to notice when you're in and how to break them," Kurenai said. "Alright, I'm ready to go all out on training," Naruto said. Yakumo asked quietly. "Of course," Kurenai said. "In my clan when someone wasn't able to do something they would have a seal put on them that prevented any that was C ranked or lower from affecting that person. I could tell you how to do it so you can do the same with him," Yakumo said. "How is it possible for someone not to know what to do if they are part of your clan?" Am asked. "Just because you're part of a clan doesn't mean you get all the abilities of that clan. In the Hyuga clan, all the servants are people who haven't activated the Byakugan. In fact, the branch family was created for those who didn't have the Byakugan, but that didn't stop their children from unlocking it. That was also the reason the cursed seal was started. In the Uchiha clan, those who haven't unlocked the Sharingan are not even considered part of the Uchiha clan and only can live in the main part of the Uchiha district if their kids unlock it," Hinata said. "Exactly," Kurenai said. "That seal is just a way to control people," Tsunade said of the cursed seal. "I agree, I think it shouldn't be used anymore," Hinata said. "Anyway, we are getting off track. We will decide if Naruto needs that seal to prevent C-ranked and lower from taking an effect on him in a few years," Kurenai said. Anko and Yugao standing with Tenten and Am. "Okay, everyone has something to train in except you two, so we decided to take you under our wing," Anko said. Yugao rolled her eyes. "Am, you're going to be trained by me, while Tenten is trained by Anko, and Anko tried not to turn her into another version of you. Naruto already acts like you, we don't need another." "What, it's not like I made him act like me," Anko said. "Whatever, we have training to do," Yugao said. "Naruto, how is the scroll coming?" Kushina asked. "So far I'm just now understanding the beginner's part of seals," he replied. "I meant for your accelerated chakra," Kushina said. "Oh, I'm going through the chakra exercises," Naruto said. "Good, Hinata, how is the Gyuukin training?" Kushina asked. "Good, thanks for making me some Kage Bunshin to train with," Hinata said. "Anytime, the best way to train is by doing, and this way you can train as much as you like without anyone getting hurt," Kushina said. Hanabi wobbled over to Kushina, she said. I'll be back with you too, keep up the good work, Kushina said, picking up Hanabi. Kurenai watched as Yakumo continued to try and control her inner self. This is not working, Yakumo said in frustration. I know, but there is nothing I can do to help you right now. I sent a message to Tsume about trying to get some scrolls out of your old clan compound to help you, Kurenai said. Thank you, but this is so frustrating. The beginner's scrolls say that it works based on your chakra level and control. Tsunade-sensei told me I have great control over the amount of chakra I have, so I should have control over my bloodline, Yakumo said. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you besides be patient, soon we'll find a way to get the scrolls you need, but in the meantime I have some you can learn that don't involve your bloodline, Kurenai said. Thanks, I would like to train in something else besides controlling my bloodline, Yakumo said. Tsunade sat down with Shizune. How long has it been since they were here training, the Senin asked. For 2 weeks, the black-haired medic responded. This time went by fast, Tsunade told her. Yes, having people to talk to does make the time go by fast, Shizune said. Yakumo might not have noticed, but since she became friends with them her control over her bloodline have increased, but not enough to where she can use it without having her inner self trying to gain control again, Tsunade said. Are you going to tell her about her improvements? Shizune asked. No, she is improving because she isn't worried about improving. If she is told her control is improving she might try and test her capabilities, and she is not ready to do that yet, Tsunade said. Oh, that makes sense, Shizune said. In Konoha the Hokage noticed a constant slip in control over the shinobi part of the council. Every time there was a vote on something, they would strategically vote against what he or the other part of the council was trying to pass. The amount of time they all spent in the meetings was very limited, and once he saw them having a shinobi council meeting. When he asked about it they replied, this involves the clans not the civilians or the entire ninja force, so you don't need to know what we meet about. Once Tsume even told him to mind his own damn business and stop snooping around her compound when an Inyazuka was found at the Kurama compound, which is on the complete opposite side of the village than the Inyazuka compound was. The clans even went as far as to put their personal anbu around their compounds to prevent any outside ninjas from entering without permission or when visiting hours was over, something he didn't even know they had. His village was quickly being torn in two, the shinobi half, those who supported the clans, and how they were handling the situation. The other half was those who followed the Hokage and council. They felt that they were completely right in what happened and that the shinobi part was completely wrong and needed to be punished. The Hokage side knew Tsunade was completely on the shinobi side and wasn't going to change. He needed to find Jiraiya and find him quick or he might lose both of his previous two biggest supporters. He knew if Jiraiya joined Tsunade on the shinobi side, then his part of the village had no choice of winning this Cold War, as it was being called now. Thanks for watching my video, and make sure to check out the author of this fanfic, link is in the description. See you next time, till then sayonara.